the strength and the ability and the accuracy and the speed. Oh gosh, you know I'm the best in the world. He's right in front of me and I can honestly tell him that I'm going to knock him spark out.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the TDFK podcast, your premier one-stop for boxing, mixed martial arts, fantasy, and mixed martial arts, boxing, and fantasy football. Guys, we actually cover combat. Who covers more combat than us? You already know. Stop the cap. Guys, what a great weekend of fights. Can't wait to talk about it. But real quick, before I introduce the panel, hit that like button. Helps with the visibility of the show. Helps out the channel. Subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Can't get the word out without you guys. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Hello guys, welcome back. Coming back from another week. Great week of fights. And like I said, once a glass chin, always a glass chin.
Jeffrey.
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for joining us again.
I don't say nothing different than what I said before.
You already know what it is, guys. Your host with the most, Smooth Steven Cruz. And like I said again, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notified when we drop shows. And we drop shows once a week, most of the time. But let's get right into it with some combat sports hot topics. And I'm going to kick it off to Jeff for some MMA fight announcements and some news.
How's it going, everybody? I just got a couple notable fight announcements. A couple in Bellator, another in the UFC is starting Bellator. Bellator London adds a welterweight matchup of Paul Daly versus Andrei Korshkov to the May 13th card. So that's a good one. I always like watching Paul Daly fight, although I think he's going to probably get wrestled for this fight. Korshkov's pretty good on the ground. But also in Bellator, this one's I'm really excited for. So on April 15th, AJ McKee is going to rematch Pitbull. And that's going to be the main event. I was like super hyped. Oh yeah, very.
Are they rematching for the same belt or are they fighting
same belt? That's a good question.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I wanted it to be for for Pitbull's lightweight belt as well, but it's gonna be for the featherweight belt again. I was super hyped for the first matchup, and I'm just as hyped, maybe even more hyped for this next one. That's a main event. Co-main event, another great fight. The light heavyweight Bellator champion Vadim Nemkov is going to defend his title against former UFC contender Corey Anderson. Corey Anderson is 3-0 since moving over to Bellator. He stopped Melvin Manoff and Ryan Bader during that stretch. Bader's been like one of the pound-for-pound best in Bellator for the last, several years. So Anderson went over there and stopped him. So that's going to be
Nice.
Yep, it's going to be a great fight. Those are the two over in Bellator. In the UFC, I know everybody's heard by now, Beneil Dariush has pulled out of his upcoming fight with Islam Makhachev, and Bobby Green is going to step up on 10 days' notice. How do you guys feel about that?
My only question is if Bobby Green somehow manages to win, does he automatically get a title shot? Because I feel like he should.
I'll let Steve give his opinion because I have a theory if he wins somehow. But go ahead, Steve.
I think he has balls, man. He has balls. He has the warrior spirit.
Yep.
He's the kind of guy, the throwback fighter that doesn't give a fuck about records. I'm sure he cares about money, but he just wants to fucking fight. That's cool, but in all due reality, Islam is just levels above him. You know what I'm saying? But it's fighting. It's the fight game, and anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? But those are my initial responses. Like, oh, he's a warrior, but I think he's biting off more than he could chew.
That's very well said, man. I agree 100%. It's badass of him. He's a gangster. You know, he's kind of in that category of fighter that like kind of Nate Diaz is in for me. Like, he don't have the best record, but he'll fight anybody.
The way he never picks up his hands, I could see him get taken so easily.
Yeah, well, I mean, having your hands down helps with takedown defense because they're low already.
Bro, I just feel like
when your hands are up, you won't be able to defend.
You could get under
so it'll help him,
yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna matter. He's still getting taken down. But this is my theory. If he somehow wins, because as Steve said, this is the fight game, anything can happen. I don't think he gets a title shot. You know how I think he's gonna fight?
McGregor?
McGregor, man, because he can talk, he can sell a fight, and he's a perfect matchup for McGregor, and it's a very favorable matchup for McGregor. And one thing that McGregor needs more than anything is a win against somebody notable and high ranked.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, preferably high ranked.
and not only that, coming up, fighting a guy that's just coming up with the upset of the year for sure.
Right, and then so that'll give the UFC every right to book it because, like, you know, it makes sense now. Hey, Bobby Green just beat Islam Makhachev, probably the best prospect we have in the UFC right now. He beat him. Now we can give him the Conor McGregor, and that will be a very fun fight on the feet. It would be fun. The build-up will be fun, and the actual fight itself will be fun because these two guys are going to strike and put on a show. So I'm kind of hoping he wins because I really do think that we'll get to see McGregor versus Green.
Really?
I do think so, man. It's just a theory of mine.
You think we see it before we see Poirier McGregor 4?
Absolutely. I don't think
If he
McGregor
wins.
comes back and fights Poirier. For one, Poirier said he might not ever fight at 155 again. And then two, McGregor's not going to come back.
McGregor? I don't think he can fight at 155
That's a good point.
again.
He might not. That's a good point, dude. But I just don't see McGregor jumping in and fighting somebody that good in his first fight back after that, you know, horrific injury. So I do see him taking, you know, fight something like Bobby Green, man. It would be perfect matchup for him. So
Honestly, I'll pick Bobby Green coming off a win like that.
I never know, man. It'd be real fun.
That'll be
Similar
some
to what
high
Nate Diaz was.
confidence.
Nate Diaz was never this huge. I mean, he was a star. I mean, I wouldn't even call him a star. He didn't become a superstar till he fought and beat McGregor, right? Like, he was a name. He was a notable name, but you didn't really know Nate Diaz. The way Nate Diaz became what he is today is those two fights with Conor and everything he's done since then. But who knows? If we see Bobby Green get in there with McGregor, man, that'd be a fun fight.
I mean, yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, this guy's earned my respect for, you know, taking a fight so short notice. And, you know, like you said, who else deserves that rub, you know, than doing that?
Yeah, but that's all I got, guys, for the notable fight announcements.
All right, guys. Let's start off with some news and rumors in the boxing world. Starting off with
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Canelo tweeted, "I don't even agree. I'm still negotiating. Don't lie to people. The day everything is signed, that day I'll let them know. For now, there's nothing concrete." In reply to Mike Coppinger about him signing the 2-fight deal with Bivol and Triple G.
I just got one thing to say. Fuck Mike Coppinger, because he's done this shit like I don't know how many times, dude. Like, he wants to be the first to. He wants to be Adam Schefter. He wants to be the first to say it, but he just jumps the gun every time. It's never true. You know, Canelo always comes out and says, like, that's not true. You know, I don't know where you're getting that from, but nothing. But I'm glad at least Canelo's coming out and letting us know that, you know, he hasn't signed anything yet and he's still negotiating. So hopefully we'll get a fight announcement soon, because I think he's going to fight in May, right, Steve? That's the plan?
May and September.
Yeah, May and September.
Holidays.
So we're already in February.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's
it's gonna
trying
be
to
coming
fight
soon.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
The Independence Day. Yeah.
And also another rumor that PBC offered Canelo Alvarez a 2-fight deal, the Charlo and the David Benavidez fight, worth $100 million guaranteed. But reportedly, he turned that down 10 days ago.
Why? Because he's probably getting offered more by somebody else.
Well, no, the
Mm.
Bivol and Triple G is worth
85?
85
million. So we'll see. Who knows if those numbers are even accurate? Who released those numbers?
It was Mike Coppinger again.
Yeah, again, fuck that guy. Probably ain't even right.
Hey man, I would lie too just to get some.
Right.
You never know.
We'll
Just like
see.
Aaron Hawani.
I mean,
that's
fuck.
why he got banned.
Who
Because
do you think the highest paid guy in ESPN is right now?
For boxing coverage?
No, just fucking overall. Fucking
I would
Stephen
think
A.
someone like
Smith.
Stephen A.
Stephen A. Smith, yeah.
And that dude's, I don't even want to get started.
Yeah, fuck. I don't like him.
People
either.
like Stephen
They don't
A.
know
Smith
shit
is
about
why we start
combat
this.
sports.
Exactly.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Steve? Though you said that Ariel got banned for something.
Oh yeah, because he released the secret that Brock was coming back to fight Hunt.
Oh, you released it
That's
before
why
the
he
UFC.
cried like a little bitch. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that. I remember.
yeah. So I guess you got to keep it somewhat professional. You know,
Yeah.
there's a secret. There is a time when you release it. Yeah, I
Right.
guess he did jump the gun. I don't know shit about the professional journalism world, nor will I probably ever. But hopefully, we do take this far, this podcast. But
right. That'd be awesome.
you know what I mean. But and we'll find out more about the journalism world. But in the meantime, you know, we're gonna do it our way. You know what I'm saying? Next up, another rumor. Terrence Crawford said, "If I can't get the Spence fight, if I can't get the Spence and Ugas winner, I would love to get Jamal Charlo and Brian Castano winner. That's a move up to 154."
Who said that?
Terrence Crawford.
Wow. I would love to see him move up because he did seem too big for Porter. I don't know what that was at 147 maybe.
Yeah, I was at 147.
Yeah, I thought he was a little big for
You
Porter.
say he'll move up to 155?
154. Yeah, 154. Yeah, that's Jermel Charlo and Brian Castano. But their fight, or I'll let Steve get into that. They ain't even gonna fight, right?
Yeah, I think Castano hurt his hand.
Yeah,
but who is it? I
Dude,
forgot what sanctioning
how
body.
gangster would that be?
Proof. Yep,
How gangster would that be though if Castano pulls out and then Crawford jumps in?
Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
That'd be cool. And guess Tim Tszyu also tweeted he's ready to step in.
That'd be great too.
But you know they don't want that. They don't want Tim Tszyu.
They don't want Tim Tszyu. Those are boys.
They don't even want Crawford too, because even though he's a name, he's not a big name and not a popular name. Even though he should be.
He should be.
I don't get how that works, man. You know what I mean? And
it's all on his promoter, bro. He probably don't got good agents, man.
there's just a lot of people that are like a guy we covered before, Charles Cornwell. He's so good. No one. He's not even like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's just the boxing politics has messed it up.
It's
so many guys don't want to fight these big name up and comers. You know,
yeah.
I mean, look at Boo Boo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That dude's been champion for a long time, and nobody wants to fight him.
Yep.
Next up, guys, Vasily Lomachenko has agreed to his side of the deal to a potential fight. Undisputed lightweight champion George Kambosos Jr. in Australia. It would be televised in ESPN.
Don't do it, Kambosos. Don't do it. Price yourself out, please, because
I don't
he's
want
losing the belts.
I don't want him to fight a high profile fight in Australia. It's bad for us
the time
American
difference.
fans. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm okay with that tune up and then.
So you think it for
Vasily-
sure will be on their time,
Yeah, man.
like in the evening over there?
Like when every time we saw Tim Tszyu fight, it was like 6 or 7 in the morning. So yeah.
Okay.
And when I'm waking up, I set my alarm for
But
7.
that's a lot different than an undisputed champion fighting a big name like Loma.
Yeah.
And Tim Tszyu is kind of smaller, and they would want to keep him over there. He's not as big here, but that's a different fight. I don't know. I would hope that they would.
What would you do? I mean,
Who's going to give you more ratings? Who's going to watch?
No,
it
I
more?
get that, but
Australia or
the dude
the
is
US?
just pushing it. You know, he's pushing it there, so it's like
I think they're gonna
That's
make
true.
they're gonna make more gate in Australia. But
Absolutely.
more. Kambosos needs to be a star in America. You know what I mean? I think that's the goal for almost anybody is to make it in America.
he's not gonna get the chance if he takes this fight.
Yeah, if he takes this fight, he's losing the belts.
This is the worst matchup out of all the possible matchups
Absolutely,
he's had
dude.
laid on the table.
He had Haney, Garcia, even Gervonta Davis is, I think he should have taken any of those 3 before even entertaining the idea of fighting Loma, dude. It's like you're just giving your belts away.
I would have took the Ryan Garcia fight in like California or Texas.
Yep. Even if it's
Make
for a
me a
little bit less
star.
money, right?
Mhm.
Just because that's a winnable fight for you and you get to keep your belts, you defend and you keep your belts, and then you go on to bigger things. Maybe then if you want to fight Loma, fine, but at least fight one of these other guys that's more winnable.
But also hats off to Kambosos for
Oh yeah, I love the mentality.
The rumors are in talks with elite level guys.
Yeah.
And not other guys. But even if the undisputed champ wanted to take a tune-up, he's in his favor to
He's
do
entitled,
that.
yeah.
He just had a crazy war with the guy who beat the guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So all due respect to him, he's and that's rare right now in boxing to just have that fighter mentality first. I think he has a good mix between fighter and businessman. Perfect.
Mhm.
Perfect mix. Next up, guys, Chris Eubanks tweets out, "You fought GG at 160, so you will do the same with me if you want the biggest payday and beating of your career. If not, I got much bigger fish to fry. Anyway, you don't." And that's tweeted at Kell Brook from Chris Eubanks Jr. My bad, I'm not good at reading tweets.
Where did Brook you're good. Where did Brook and Khan fight at? What weight was that?
It was a catch weight at 149, I think.
Okay.
And there was rumors that he was Brook was gonna ignore the rehydration clause and just pay the $100,000 per pound.
I mean, he looked pretty big.
He did look big, right?
He did.
I don't know how big he was.
He's always been like ripped though, like cut up, and like lots of muscle on him. But yeah, he did for sure.
Yeah, he looked huge, man.
Mm-hmm.
Next,
be a good matchup though.
Yeah, it would be, man. That would really be a cool fight, and that's the fight both guys need to stay relevant and maybe get back into that title picture. Next up, the last bit of news I got.
You big dosser!
Today is the WBC deadline day for Dillian Whyte to sign his contract for the Tyson Fury fight.
I don't know what's taking so long.
I'm ready!
So I did this show last week, and just before I got here, they announced that Dillian Whyte did, in fact, sign the contract. If somebody could verify that, but I read that, but this is just like they're doing my boy Dillian Whyte dirty, man. The WC is putting it out there publicly, and they don't do that. No other organization puts out that, hey, this, my employee or my whatever, putting them on the spot.
Right.
That's wrong. But they've been doing it a lot when it comes to Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean?
He signed.
Yeah,
They both signed.
Yep. 2 hours ago, SkySports.com.
Nice.
Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury have both signed their contracts for the WBC
It'll be
heavyweight title fight.
April 23rd at Wembley Stadium.
There we go.
I would love to use my bonus to go over there, man.
Do it. Hey, man. You only live once, man. You got to do the things that you enjoy. Go see the things you want to see.
I want to. It's that or a patio, man. That's
patio's nice. Trust me, you'll enjoy the Fury fight more.
You'll have this house forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll get another bonus next year.
It'd be easy. Yeah, exactly. You could get a patio next year, but you might. It's rare that you get to see and I've heard you say he's your favorite.
Yeah, he's my favorite heavyweight.
Heavyweight from Europe,
UK,
right?
yeah.
Favorite UK, heavyweight. You get to see him fight for the title. That's rare, man.
Yeah, I want to. Hopefully, I have the funds to get a good ticket, and it's more expensive, and you know what I mean. And
Absolutely, it's gonna cost.
But yeah, it'd be awesome to go. But again, back to how they're doing my boy Dillian Whyte dirty, dude. I think there's very few boxing or combat sports in general news or podcast channels, whatever, that they basically dog Dillian Whyte, man, and they really do. I don't know if you guys encounter that.
Trying to pressure him.
They're just dogging him. Yeah, they're calling
trying
him.
To pressure him.
That's probably what it is, and like I said, the WBC is doing him dirty, like putting that out there in public. And why? It's probably because they're mad about the arbitration that he had a couple months ago, and they're putting it out there publicly, knowing full well that the arbitration will not be ruled in time, which is today, for him to sign the contract. So I guess their tactic did work to pressure him. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that he stayed silent. They want him to promote the fight, but it's not in his contract to promote the fight. The only thing that's in his contract is the weigh-in and the press conference. That's it, and the fight. So he's been silent, and that's Tyson Fury's number one tool, mental
warfare.
Yeah, and I like how Dillian Whyte's just staying away, and you kind of see Tyson Fury getting a little frustrated, like, where's this little Dawsa? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, dude, he's called him out so many times.
He's just talking shit, like little bitch, coward, and yeah, man. But they've been doing they're doing him dirty, man.
I'm okay, but I mean, just last weekend we were saying the same thing about Tuivasa, and look at him,
right?
So it's doable.
Like winning, you mean?
Yeah. The fight game,
oh yeah, absolutely. Especially when those guys are that big, dude. Anything can happen for sure. I think we all knew going into the Tuivasa fight.
No, what I'm saying is earlier. I mean, like they fed Tuivasa somebody good, and then they're still feeding them. So right. I'm hoping even after a loss, I don't think he'll lose that much credibility. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I mean Tyson Fury is one of the pound for pound best, so yeah, I don't think he will.
Bro, did you see the video of him training? That dude looks like
Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a few. Yeah, he looks like he's ready to go, man.
Yeah, he looks pretty slim.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, bro. The dude got a weird ass fucking body. Like he's flat chested as hell, but
like Ben Askren.
Yeah, dude, he's shaped like a fucking bulb, a light bulb.
Got the hands though, man. Yeah,
he got some hardcore muffin tops, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I got for Combat Sports Hot Topic, guys. So let's get right into it. With the fight reviews that happened over this weekend, and do you guys want to start with Bellator 274? What do you guys think?
Yeah, we'll start with the most boring. I mean, I don't want to call it boring.
Well, you know
but
what? It was the most card
Slept
that
on.
we slept on, but I did see it later, and it was actually some pretty cool fights. That Logan Storley versus Neiman Gracie. Is it Neiman?
Yep, Neiman Gracie. Yep.
Yeah, he defeats Neiman Gracie via unanimous decision. It was actually a really good fight, a really good brawl back and forth.
It was 5 rounds, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 3 rounds.
Oh, 3 rounds.
3
wow.
rounds, yeah. But the co-main event, dude, Andrei Korishkov.
Yeah, Andrei Korishkov.
That's him?
Mhm, the
Yeah,
same guy.
dude, the spinning back kick. He landed a spinning back kick on Chance.
Recontour.
Yeah, Recontour. Dude, oh my God.
I
He
saw
ended
it.
up
Yeah, in the first
breaking
round.
5 ribs and puncturing a lung.
Oh shit!
Oh my
I did
God,
not know
dude.
that.
Dude,
Damn.
that was sick. I saw that fight, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. And then later I saw the x-ray.
That's nasty. Yeah, I guess
Crazy.
Korishkov took like 0 damage because 2 days later he already has his next fight booked against Paul Daly. Ain't that crazy?
That's going to be a really good fight.
Yeah.
Because, Paul Daly brings it. Other than
Mhm.
the MVP fight, he took him down. He's a wrestler, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But other than that, man, I always like Paul Daly because he always brings it, man.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, that like I said, it's the card we at least wanted to see, but it was actually pretty decent, man.
Right.
And I guess we didn't know it. Well, we totally slipped our minds. Bare Knucklemania too.
Yeah,
If you
see
wanna-
that
guys wanna
that's
talk
what
about it?
that's what my attention like went to, because Steve's right. We will be honest on the show, guys. It completely went over our heads. We forgot to mention it on our last show, but we did catch it before it happened. So we all, I sent it in the group chat. Dude, look what we forgot about. Fucking Chad Mendes made his bare knuckle debut.
Yeah, dude, my girl Brittany, the chip stripper Hart.
Brittany Hart also. Britain.
Oh, Britain Hart.
She
yeah.
also fought.
got
She lost.
ass.
Yeah, she
Dude,
got whooped, dude.
Dude, her face, like she had so many big ass cuts in her
Mhm.
face. It looked crazy
On both sides of her face.
Yeah, yeah.
On the right and left eye.
She couldn't open her eye. Her
Yep.
eye was black eye, swollen, and a big ass cut.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was good. I mean, I don't ever want to celebrate someone's loss, but the last couple fights, she was kind of getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
The way she would celebrate in people's faces kind of reminded me of Ronda Rousey a little bit. But she did, run into someone bigger and
Oh, yeah,
tougher.
she got humbled.
She got humbled for sure, man. That was a good fight though. She put on a good show, and that's what she did. And then the next fight after her was Chad Mendes making his debut against Joshua Alvarez. They call him Fames. I guess he's some rapper from Miami.
Yeah, man, that's what I was like. I went online after, and everybody was just buzzing about how good Chad Mendes looked and stuff, and I was like, fuck, he better look good. The dude's an R&B fucking singer who's 1
Yeah.
1.
I thought the same
Of
thing.
course, he better look fucking good.
Absolutely, you're right, Steve. That's a good point. But he did not disappoint, dude. He came in there fucking juiced, all juiced to the
Juiced, bro.
Yeah, he is fucking on the roids for sure. He looks fucking ridiculously cut, ripped,
Yeah.
and
How's it going? It's got you done. I guess he
yeah, from Grown Ups. He delivered though, man. He looked good. He knocked the guy out. Did everything he should have done. I will say this: I give that guy has balls for signing up to fight Chad Mendes when you're an R&B singer, and you're not only signing up to fight Chad Mendes, you're signing up to fight juiced Chad Mendes.
I know that's what I was saying. That he signed after he saw the workout videos,
Right.
of Chad Mendes
with no gloves on. So, credit to that guy, man. He's got some balls on him.
You saw after he hit him with that shot, he kind of shook his hand.
I saw that.
Fucking hurt it.
I
Big
saw
time.
that. I was like, I wonder
There's
if
a
they
big difference,
broke it.
man.
But he kept throwing it. I didn't
he
notice
kept
that.
throwing it.
He scored a knock. He ended up scoring the knockout.
The
with
roids probably got him
that.
not feeling shit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but he did hurt his hand, man. Like,
hmm
that's the thing. Bare knuckle boxing. The stuff you get here is, I don't know. I guess this is like the American version of bare knuckle boxing.
Mhm.
Because I know like the actual underground, the whole gypsy shit in Europe thing. It's very slow, selective, because you break your fucking hands. It's skull. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is just all out war. Just like, oh shit,
But
this shit
I
hurts.
did feel like the last two fights
I will say
compared to
this.
the whole card were more technical.
I didn't see that in the Perry versus.
Yeah, I
Lenny
didn't see
fight.
that shit. That was just
No.
fucking
I feel like that was
ridiculous.
a brawl.
No, man.
Perry
I didn't see no
versus.
technique at all.
Yeah, Mike. Let's get into that one, man. Mike Perry and Mike Platinum Perry and Julian Let Me Bang Lane. He's more famous for his one line on The Ultimate Fighter than he is for his fighting. skills. But he brought it, man. They both brought it, and I think it was, from what I saw, it looked like a brawl to me. These guys were just in there throwing hands, man, and they boxed. And I did think Perry won, but it was close. If they would have given it to Lane, I wouldn't have called it a robbery because it was a close fight. Lane,
I think Perry won because of the first round. The first round,
he dropped him.
Yeah. Well, not only that, he looked like the more powerful fighter. Came more prepared. I mean, I first seen the first round. I didn't think that guy was gonna make it.
I agree, but the last 2 rounds, Lane won. I think he clearly won the last 2 rounds. So I was like, oh shit, he might have won either the first or third because they weren't like totally lopsided rounds either. So it was very a judge could have given him one of those rounds.
I thought Perry was gonna starch him in the first round, which he almost did. If that was an MMA fight, he would have definitely won right there and then.
Yeah,
but I guess this type of style gives the brawler a chance to win. Brawlers usually have a decent chin, or heart. You know what I mean? I don't know if Bam Bam has heart. Well, I guess he showed heart in this fight, but yeah, I mean he kind of has a chin. You know what I mean? And gave him a chance. But I thought Mike Perry was gonna start this dude, man, and it's kind of to me, if I'm Mike Perry, I would be a little embarrassed that I almost lost to this guy,
right?
Who is a tough, not to be mean, but like a tough reject.
Yeah.
And you look at his resume; he's never beat anybody notable. To me, I'd be a little disappointed, but it was a very entertaining fight.
Absolutely, I agree for the most part, man. Like he was, I thought Mike was gonna look a lot like just a lot more
dominant. You know,
dominant. Exactly. Thank you. A lot more dominant, and it was a lot closer than I thought. But I guess, that's what happens when you're boxing with no gloves on, man. Like you start getting in touch with bare knuckles, you're like, fuck, yeah. But let's get into the main event because this is the fight that surprised me the most on the card because this was a very technical fight. And I think, like, when you think of bare knuckle boxing, you think of the fight like Mike Perry and Julian Lane. You think of brawls like you want to see brawls and blood real quick and knockouts. And this fight was the opposite, dude. These guys actually boxed each other for 5 rounds. And Luis Palomino, man, he's over in bare knuckle. He's the pound for pound best.
Dude, Palomino, he's a great boxer.
He is a great boxer.
He could be a boxer right now, honestly, in my opinion.
I don't doubt it, man. He's a on a different level, man. He's just a great pure boxer without the gloves on, dude, and that's something totally different. You got to condition your hands, and he does it all. I watch his, he's on TikTok. I doubt he has a TikTok, but people make TikTok of him and training his hands and conditioning his fist, and the dude's just really good, man. And that I'm a big fan of bare knuckle, and I look at bare knuckle right now. People are looking at it right now the way they used to look at the UFC 25 years ago, 30 years ago. Like it's a barbaric fucking sport. These guys are fucking out there trying to kill each other. That's how people look at it. Now look at the UFC today. There's something that is considered a sport, and you can get really, it's much more respected now than it was 25 years ago. And maybe one day bare knuckle will be there, but because of guys like them, these guys actually went out there and boxed and showed that there can be some skill involved in some art, some sweet science still in the bare knuckle sport as well. So that was cool.
Did the crowd enjoy that, or was there like boos?
Dude, that's a good question. I don't remember that.
The thing is about bare knuckle with me is it's always going to be exciting if you keep the same level caliber of opponents fighting each other.
Okay.
And that's the journeyman boxer and the journeyman MMA fighter.
Right.
Or not they're not fighting each other, but those are the type of roster that they carry. Gotcha. I think if you start introducing more elite level guys, it wouldn't be as entertaining because it'd be more technical.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah. The fights they won't look at like brawls anymore. They'll look like boxing matches. Yeah.
Which I don't know if they'll have the crowd for it because the crowd they have right now wants the brawl.
They want the brawls, yeah.
So I think if they still keep these C level fighters, like Mendez is a B, definitely B. Maybe even A level, B. But he's a good.
I'd say his boxing is definitely B. It's not A. Right? Like his boxing skills. He was an A level mixed martial artist because of his wrestling.
I thought his striking skills were decent until this fight, to where he was trying to close the distance and he just couldn't, and he started trying to shoot. So that kind of showed me like, damn, man, like, you know what I mean? Now he has to work.
It's just a habit.
On that, yeah.
Whenever you fought for so many years, being able to use wrestling, it probably is like instinct. They go on autopilot in there.
Yeah, it might have been instinct, or it might have just been like frustration, like shit. This is how I close the fucking distance, you know what I mean?
Right.
But and then next up, UFC Vegas 48, Jamal Hill knocks out Johnny Walker in the first round with one of the craziest like delayed knockouts. Weird. I don't even know. It was cool. I know you guys seen it. I don't have to explain it, man.
Right. It was sick, dude. It was, like Steve said, one of the weirdest knockouts that I've ever seen. It was delayed. It was weird. He threw his hands up in the air. It just looked like, I don't know. I'd never seen a knockout like that before. Glad the guy's okay because it did look nasty. Not only did Hill land that shot that made his body react that weird way, but he landed the follow-up one.
Was the worst.
It was super necessary.
There you go. That's perfect. Yeah. He should have got the Dan Henderson one too. Oh, that one was just to shut him up. But yeah, that was a crazy fight. Something cool happened on this fight in this card too, man. Jim Miller wins another fight by knockout, and I think he tied Donald Cerrone for the most wins in company history. On that card. So that's something notable that happened. Pretty cool. And I think Jim Miller will get another fight. The guy he was fighting apparently was like an up and comer.
Yeah, he was a hot up.
He was a prospect.
I think
he came out of Dana White's Contender Series.
Okay.
I think the Jim Miller and like Don Cerrone have like the perfect journeyman careers, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're loved by fans, more cowboy more, but
Right.
you know what I mean. And to have accolades like that, like he's definitely gonna go into the UFC Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
Not maybe in the legends, but just in like pioneer or
Hall
some
of Fame
shit.
for sure. Yeah, you don't fight this many times in the UFC and not get recognized for it. I think.
And they use him as a barometer against this up and comer. You know what I mean? And that's perfect for Jim Miller to stay that way.
Yep.
It's a perfect way to test. Like, is my fighter? Is this guy ready for the B level, the C plus, the B level ish guys? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's
I
perfect.
think he's and he might be old. He might have been around for a long time, but I think he's far away from looking like Diego Sanchez did at the end of his UFC career. He looked like he fought 5 fights too many. Like his last 5 fights looked like he didn't belong in the octagon. Jim Miller still looks like he belongs, man.
Diego Sanchez also fought every time he trained. It felt like
that's a good point.
With that weird guy, what's his name?
Coach was giving
Fabian?
PTSD.
Yeah.
Fabio,
Whatever.
something. I
Yeah.
forgot.
He
his last
disappeared.
name.
I haven't heard anything from him.
A lot of people hated him.
Ever
apparently.
since he let him go or whatever, Diego Sanchez.
Yeah, but
What's his name?
Joshua Fabia.
Yeah,
that was
Joshua
his name.
Fabia.
Joshua Fabia.
Homeboy, what's his name? Kyle
Dawkins?
Yeah, he got a sick Darce choke on Jamie Pickett.
Yeah.
Round 1, really, really nice.
Yeah, that was nice for sure.
And then any other notable fights on there that you want to talk about?
One of the fights that I was looking forward to was Joaquin Buckley and Razak Al Hassan.
Was it just because of his who he was having on the side?
Did he come because he came with dust?
No, I didn't see that. Really?
Yeah. He came with that guy with the fake martial arts.
Yeah. It's like
defense program.
He became famous because he has a TikTok.
I seen those videos of him on TikTok.
Well, he was his cornerman.
No way. They're
Buckley's
bringing that guy around actual fighting, dude.
Well, it was just Buckley started hanging out with them, and then he got his license to be a cornerman like a day before, and then became his official.
Yeah,
cornerman.
he brought him in the post call.
People make so much fun of that guy, dude.
Post fight, yeah.
His fucking system is bullshit, dude.
Hey,
You're gonna fucking he's gonna get someone killed.
It's still getting you publicity. So
it is.
Like he's just milking the shit out of it.
Yeah, he's just milking it, man. He knows it's a joke.
He's the next Salt Bay, bro. He's the next Salt Bay.
That's a good point.
Next up, man, Kell Brook dominates Amir Khan, getting the 6th round TKO, man. He looked great.
Yep.
I was wrong. I did change my pick, but I'm just gonna go with that. I was wrong because you guys didn't hear me. But yeah, I was wrong. Brook looked really, really good.
Yeah, he just looked so much more powerful, and Khan
much faster than Khan too.
Yeah, and that's something I didn't expect. I don't think any of us expected. I picked Khan too. I was wrong. It was just it was weird. Like it felt like Khan aged fucking 10 years old.
I do gotta say that man, the U.S. crowd has to step it up because the vibe over
That was
there
crazy over
looks
there, right?
good, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, those guys have been wanting to fight for fucking like. I
know
10
that,
years
but
and
I
shit.
feel like just the crowd over there makes any fight.
They were hyped
feel
for those
special.
nobodies.
They have
Yeah,
good,
that was wrong. That's wrong for me to say that, but there was hype for those. Like they
Those
stacked
not
the
the
card
big
with
names,
up and coming prospects that
Right.
only they would know because they're in the UK.
We got a big one coming up. Let's see Spence versus,
And then with a
Ugas.
good co-main event too.
yeah, with a good co-main event, and that's going to be in Dallas. So let's see how that looks. But you know what's kind of, it's the picture that they feed you. It's the dark the dark setting with everybody's phones out. Like they don't show you that many shots like that here.
Well,
you know?
what I
It's
think
the presentation.
Well,
that
what
they
I
get.
think it is on the like you said, the presentation.
Right.
I feel like when they do an event here in Vegas or something, they focus most on the fighter during an entrance. Whether in the UK they focus most on the crowd singing along to their songs and shit like that.
Right.
Like, I mean, I was watching freaking Khan come out, and I didn't even see Khan until he was in the fucking ring.
They have different marketing strategies. I
Yeah.
think is what it is. Like they focus on different things, and the UK is really it's unique. It's cool. It really is to see that.
Yeah, I just think there's like certain places that you got to do it right. You know what I mean? Like you could see a Cowboys game. You know what I mean? An away game, but there's nothing like a home game.
Right.
Right.
True.
Just
True.
like the most passionate fans for, I'd say for soccer and boxing is the UK. They just love it over there. They more than over here. It's just a proven fact.
I do say one time I remember watching the World Cup in Brazil. It was the first game. It was the first game. I think it was Mexico played against Brazil. That's why I was watching it too. And like Brazil really wanted to win it, man. There was the criticism and all this shit was happening this year. And during the national anthem, the Brazil national anthem is long as fuck, but they cut it short for the game. So when they were singing it, the song cut off, but the rest of the crowd, dude, literally like kept singing it, dude. And it was like something like it felt powerful, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Witness that and like without like nobody fucking
no script. Nobody knew
it was gonna happen. Everyone just kept singing. They focus on crowd, fucking players crying and kept fucking singing too. Like it was crazy.
That's cool.
But yeah, man, and like I said, that'd be cool if Brook does fight Chris Eubanks Jr. That'd be really cool too.
Yeah.
Next up, I can't pronounce this first time. I'm gonna try Zaur Abdullaev. He gets an upset stoppage of a knockout in the 12th round of Jorge Linares, veteran Jorge Linares. Really big upset.
Didn't see that coming. Yeah.
Man, it was crazy, man. He dropped him twice in the 12th round, and then the ref stopped it again and before he could get knocked down for a third time. Crazy upset. Abdullaev, he actually was an opponent of Devin Haney's. Devin Haney outboxed.
So they both fought Devin Haney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's their common opponent. That was in Russia, and that slipped my mind. We didn't get to preview that, but we are just letting you know what happened. And then Jaime Munguia dominates, gets a third round TKO over Demetrius Ballard in Mexico. In his hometown.
I think we all kind of saw that one coming. Maybe not so soon, but we kind of saw the stoppage coming there.
Oh
Munguia is just so good, man.
Munguia is so good.
Yeah,
I can't wait till he fights like a real brawler, like a straight up brawler, because I feel like he can brawl, dude.
Yeah,
that dude got
I
quick
just want to see him, not necessarily a brawler. I just want to see him step up and fight a real, elite talent out there. And there's plenty of them,
I think by the end of this year, the beginning of next year, he's fighting somebody.
Something big?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think either a title or to be a number one contender.
I really do hope so, man. But in his defense, he's still young.
Sure.
Still young.
That's a good point. He's only 25 years old.
And he has such it's a padded record. You're going to say that if it's for sure it's padded, man. You know what I mean? But it looks really good.
Yeah.
And casuals, casuals don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, it just looks good. And plus, with what he does, it just backs it up, right? You know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
Yeah. He
so he's really good. He's people have been saying he's cherry picking. I don't know what's going on. He's still young. I'm a fan of Munguia, but I don't really know the history. There's rumors that he ducked Boo Boo and a couple other guys, but I don't really have the facts. But I do like him.
I did hear that, but the dude's like I heard he ducked Boo Boo like 2 years ago.
Actually, 38 and all.
I think he said he dug Boo like 2 years ago, but the dude was like 21, 20.
No, I heard it was before this fight.
Before this fight?
Yeah. There was
it's a couple of times, even 2 years ago too, yeah, because they were at 154 first.
I think 2 years ago was like more understanding for him because he's too young for that,
But I feel like, he'll still lose.
It's a bad matchup for him.
Yeah, he'll still lose in the decision, but I mean, anything's possible in the fight game.
Yeah.
Just like a slick boxer is a bad matchup for almost anybody. Just like a dominant wrestler, like a fucking Islam Makhachev is a bad matchup for anybody.
Yeah, especially
it's just bad.
brawlers. Yeah.
That's all I have for the fight reviews, right, guys?
Yeah.
Pretty much it. Let's get into the fight previews. Starting on Friday, February 25th, 7 a.m. One championship, full circle, 3 world title fights. This card is stacked. This card is beefy, guys. I'm excited. You can't beat it at 7 a.m. Central Time via YouTube, live on YouTube on what? Bleacher Sports or Bleacher
Report.
Bleacher Report
on YouTube. You can just go on YouTube and type in one championship. It'll come right
You
up.
should see it live, guys. It's legit. This is going to be an awesome card. In the main event, the double champ RDR, aka Renier, the Dutch Knight, the Ritter, defends his 1 middleweight world title against current 1 welterweight champion Cameron Abasov. Guys, we are 100% backing the Ritter. He is legit. He is one of the best. What, middleweights or 205?
Middleweights, yeah.
Middleweights.
I mean, middleweight and then top 5 lightweight.
Light heavyweight, yeah.
Or light heavyweight.
He is good. He's dominant grappler. I really want you guys to check him out, and you'll know exactly what we mean, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen Cameron Abasov fight. I did look at his highlights, but there's just something special about the Dutch Knight, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. His grappling just seems like it's next level. Like it's like watching Khabib or Islam, just kind of glide on top of these guys and just be in perfect position all the time.
Yeah.
It's kind of like watching him fight, man.
Oh, yeah. I know we're emphasizing his grappling, but the Duke is still, he's at his hands too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, the dude is a complete fighter. And, like, I can't wait if he ever goes to the UFC to see some good matchups, but
I wouldn't count on that happening. I can see him staying over there. I really can.
Apparently, these guys at one are superstars.
Yeah, man.
We're in what are they?
Brandon
The
Vera?
Philippines,
they're in Sydney.
Singapore.
Singapore.
My
Yeah,
bad.
they're Brandon Vera was way bigger there than he ever was here.
Yeah, apparently he was like a superstar.
Mhm.
Like he couldn't walk anywhere without being
Yeah.
bothered.
Really?
See
Yeah.
that is like the place for combat sports. They're like superstars over there, man. Like I can see them being the stars over there. Like when Brandon Vera was champ, he was, much bigger over there than Cain Velasquez ever was here.
After the
You know?
fights come out, I'm really interested in seeing the purses. We can compare that to the Izzy.
That's a good point.
I
I never
Izzy
looked at their
Whittaker
purses.
I never looked up the purse, nor have I ever seen the purses released.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
good
I'm
point,
really
yeah.
interested
I don't know where
in
to find
seeing
that.
that and compare that to the Izzy.
Someone needs to ask DJ,
Whittaker.
right?
Well,
Mighty Mouse.
I don't know. You're right. I don't know if he gets. I don't think he gets paid as much as Izzy, but I bet you he gets paid decent.
Yeah, I mean he's double champ,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
they're a
yeah.
huge fight promotion. I think they get more views than the UFC or Bellator does over there.
They
not
said
here,
there's
over there.
rumors that they're coming to the U.S. for shows here. Hopefully that happens, and hopefully they
That'd be
keep the down strikes. Keep that. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
like
what
the
keep-
same
makes them
rule set.
special, man. Yeah.
Right.
And guy, in the
They won't find in New York. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
true.
in the co-main event, guys, Roman Kriklia goes up against knockout artist Murat the Butcher Agon for Kriklia. Sorry, 1 light heavyweight kickboxing world title. This is gonna be another banger. Kriklia, he's 6'6", super long, lanky, high volume combinations. Crazy the output this guy puts out at light heavyweight, man. And he has sneaky knees because he's so long. He just barely picks up his knees, and then bam, he's hitting
Is
you
that your chin?
right in the fucking face. Yeah, this is gonna be a banger because the Butcher, he's a knockout artist, man. That's what he does. He just fucking butchers you, chops you down. This is gonna be a great fight. And like I said, they're stacking this card. They got Jamal Yusupov. He would take on 1 featherweight Muay Thai world champion Pet Morakat Pit Indie Academy. Yeah.
Hey, you did your homework, man.
yeah,
You're doing
man,
good here.
Is India
All
Academy
these
his last name?
pronunciations you got.
In Thai, they
Oh yeah, they put the name of their gym right.
yeah
with
to
it.
honor them. Yeah, but this is gonna be a great fight. We love 1 Muay Thai fights. The 4-ounce glove with Muay Thai is perfect. It just goes with it perfectly. They're doing really good things at 1. We're really high on 1. You know what I mean? I wish they would do a little bit more promoting more on the internet, so we could get more info about these guys and make us want to watch more. Because there's been some cards where I'm like, but they did turn out really good. Still.
Yeah, and they're easy as fuck to watch. I mean, Blitz
Yep.
Report on YouTube.
Yeah, and plus, guys, if you're at work, we understand. You could watch it later when you get home, man. I doubt you're gonna see spoilers on the internet about this.
Yeah.
But you could watch it HD at home anytime. And then also, guys, the feature card. I don't think it's the opening card, but like I said, they're stacking this card. Both former one middleweight world champions, Ung Lang and Song, aka the Bermudez Python, will take on Vidali Big Desh, and they will settle the rubber match. This is number 3, and I totally had videos that I was supposed to put up, and I totally forgot. But
You're good.
we'll start with the next one. But anyway, this is going to be a really good card, really stacked. It's going to be awesome, man. And then later on Friday night, Bellator 275, MOUSASI versus VANDERFORD. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I'm excited.
man.
I haven't seen the dude fight. VANDERFORD, I haven't really seen him fight live. I've seen a lot of his highlights.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he has a pretty good rep. He's undefeated.
10-0. He's
10-0.
he's a grappler.
Yeah, he's a complete
primarily.
He's primarily a grappler, but he's pretty good this hand.
I don't really know too much about him other than he's beating Paige Van Zandt's guts.
Yeah. That's probably the most important thing to know.
Yeah, that's probably he's a winner already.
Yeah, he's
already a champ. He has somewhat of a champ belt somewhere.
I don't know, bro. She's getting a little annoying on Instagram. I don't know.
Yeah, she's still.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to it. MOUSASI, I pick him to win. Obviously, I think he's just better at VANDERFORD's strength, which is his grappling. I don't think he's gonna be better than MOUSASI there. I think MOUSASI will beat him on the feet. He'll beat him grappling, and he just doesn't have the experience. Dude, MOUSASI's been in there with the who's who of the middleweight division, and he's fought. He's fought all the a lot of the OGs. That were around. 15 years ago. MOUSASI's been doing it for so long, man, and I don't think he's gotten to the point where he's too old to compete. I think that he's gonna just school him. I think VANDERFORD being 10-0. He hasn't fought anybody yet, man. So I think MOUSASI will outclass him.
Yeah, I did look at his resume. I didn't see anybody on his resume that I of note.
Mm-hmm.
But you said it best, Jeff. MOUSASI fought the who's who, man.
Show me the money, bitches.
Hey, I think this fight's in Alaska too, right?
I got it right here. Dublin, Ireland.
It's in Ireland. Yeah, dude. MOUSASI first came on my radar when he made his debut at Pride Bushido 11. He won via TKO because of due to a broken eye socket of Takimoto. I think I might be pronouncing his name wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, and I was like, wow, he just destroyed his eye socket, just super easy, dude. MOUSASI's the 2-time Bellator middleweight champion, former Dream light heavyweight champion, former Dream middleweight champion, former Cage Warrior world middleweight champion, and the former Strike Force light heavyweight champion, making MOUSASI a 6-time overall MMA champ. And like you said, Jeff, he fought the who's who. This is not even the full resume. This is just some names that I could fit. Hector Lombard, Dennis Kane, Melvin Manhoff, sorry.
That's him.
Yeah, Jacare de Souza, Mark Hunt.
Fucking Mark Hunt, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking heavyweight.
Another dark horse in his day, just like MOUSASI, Renato Babalu Sobro.
Yep.
Mark Munoz, Dan Henderson, Thiago Santos, Uriah Hall, Vitor Belfort, Chris Weidman, Rory McDonald, Douglas Lima. I mean,
the list goes on.
Machida too. He beat Machida.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the definition of well-rounded and just cool, calm, and collected, man. And it's a shame he didn't win the UFC belt, but I definitely think he could have, because he was right before that Izzy era. He was in that Rockhold, Biggs Bean kind of era.
Right.
I definitely think he could have won that, but he wanted some money. That's when he won the up kick against Jacare.
Yeah, saw that. They just showed it. Yeah, dude. And his MMA record is 48-7. That's just his MMA record. He's a kickboxer too, right?
Yeah, he's a kickboxing.
So this dude, he just knows how to beat people up, man. And that's what he's gonna do to Austin VANDERFORD. But he'll learn. Austin VANDERFORD will take the loss. I mean, again, anything can happen, guys. I know that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I got VANDERFORD by decision.
By decision.
Yeah, I just think, I just think they've been, They're slowly been building this guy up, you know, trying to build his resume or not just get him wins.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this is the very first step. And I don't know, I just have a feeling like he's been real picky on his fights, and
It's a big jump up in competition.
It is. I don't know. I have a feeling his wrestling is enough to keep it on the ground. I mean, to keep it stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he might just edge him on the feet.
So you think the young guns are up next? Pretty much.
Bold. That's a bold pick right there. Put some money. You should.
The new generation.
Make a lot of money right there.
I just have a feeling it's not even. It's not a good one. Like if I'm betting, I'm probably betting like $50 the most. You know, it's not that big. It's just a feeling.
Okay, got you. I'm gonna go with MOUSASI by either overwhelming UD or even he can flatten him out like that, take his back and just put a beating on him. I got MOUSASI by. I'm gonna go with stoppage. I think he's gonna stop him in the later rounds. I'd say like a stoppage in the 3rd or 4th round.
Yeah, I got MOUSASI by stoppage.
Why don't you have the Vanderford highlights?
I couldn't find any.
No, I
couldn't find any. It's just full fights. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I did actually watch some of his fights, but I wasn't really too impressed.
No, I'm not either. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's just a hunch, man. Anything can happen in the fight game, and I think he's just gonna.
Gotcha. You're pulling the DJ.
Yeah, I really am.
DJ.
I miss DJ. So
DJ ditched us to play pool, guys. Just FYI.
Yeah.
So I know we have 51 of you guys depending on DJ, but he let you guys down. So it's all good.
Nah, you're good, DJ. We still love
him.
Make
sure you make him regret it.
And he said he wasn't even gonna win. We told him to win, make sure he won. He said, "Nah, probably won't." But that's all the fights for Friday night, guys, and we get into Saturday. This is a little bit out of order time wise, but this is just how we wrote it. UFC Fight Night, stepping in late as a late replacement. Bobby Green versus Islam Makhachev.
You can run, but you can hide. I'm coming. I'm here.
Do you know if it's a Fight Night name something? I just put Fight Night or now because of how it's always messed up.
Yeah, I don't even. It's just.
I know that it's either UFC, like it's the pay per view, then it's either UFC Vegas or UFC Fight Night something.
Yeah, the Vegas and Fight Nights are the same thing. Like
yeah, but they're some. I feel like sometimes they're named with different numbers. No.
Yeah, I don't even give a shit, dude.
They do, man. They do.
It should be like 49 though, because it's almost 48.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it UFC Fight Night Makhachev versus Green. That's the fucking card we're talking about, guys. And the headliner is Green versus Makhachev. Green stepping in on 10 days' notice. Bobby Green just put on a good performance. I think. I mean, how long ago was that, guys? Like,
feels like it was a few days ago, but it was like
what? It was a week last week.
Last fight.
Yeah, it was in the Izzy. It was an Izzy card. It was the first fight in the Izzy card.
Right there, you go. Steps in on just a 10 days' notice, and he had just finished beating up Nasrat Haqparast. So that's an awesome fight or an awesome job on him stepping up.
I like him because he uses the Philly shell in MMA, which is probably a bad idea, but he kind of makes it work because he still gets hit. Mm-hmm. But it just works with his style because he's just his hands down.
He hasn't been fighting a wrestler. That's what he hasn't fought one.
True. I think I was just talking about that on the last episode, was that I hope he takes some favorable matchups from here on out because he's such a fun guy to watch.
He did. He definitely took a bad matchup.
Didn't you realize. Terrible matchup.
Man. But Green, I like him, man, because he's always constant pressure, constant strikes, constant level changes, mixes up takedowns well too.
And I do say that Makhachev has gotten. I mean, his loss is by knockout. No, when he get knocked out,
he got knocked out.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it is doable.
Yeah, he definitely can be caught. Anybody can be caught. So yeah, it can be done. I think it's highly, highly unlikely, guys. Don't go betting on Bobby Green. I would never advise you to do that, especially in this fight. I think Islam's just going to get him to the ground pretty easily and submit him fairly quickly. Kind of like the way we saw Islam do Dan Hooker. I think we can see something like that happen to Bobby Green.
Yeah, man.
You think Islam fights Oliveira if he wins?
The winner of Oliveira Gaethje?
Right? Oh, the winner of Oliveira.
Yep.
That'd be a good fight, man. Yeah, Islam is great, man. He's an elite grappler who wants to close the distance and put you up against the cage and maul you, man. Get you on the ground. Dominant top game. Ground and pounds, really good too. Slick submissions, man. Definitely a bad matchup for Green, But like we said earlier before the show, guys, Green is a throwback fighter to where he just don't give a fuck. He wants to test, himself against the best. And there's a lot of hype around Islam. So he said, you know what? Fuck it. And hats off to him. Definitely not good business-wise, but good for us.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch for sure. I don't like the matchup, like I said, because I'm a big Bobby Green fan, dude. I wanted him to take a couple of good, favorable matchups, some striker, get matched up with another striker so we can see him put on the show that he usually does. I just think Islam's too good. He's not going to allow him to do that. But hopefully I'm wrong. But my official pick, is Islam by submission. There is some other good card. Another fight I want to talk about on this card, a guy who fought Islam in that guy right there, Arman Sarukian, he fought Islam in his UFC debut. Mm-hmm. He did lose, but he's been the only guy to take down Islam Makhachev, and he fought a really good fight in that fight. He is fighting on the card against Joel Alvarez, and I'm just letting you guys know so that you can keep your eye out for this guy because I think he is a future lightweight title contender. I think he's that good, man. He's got potential, really good potential. So, and he actually defended a lot of Islam's takedowns, which is something we don't really see too often, man. But I believe this was Islam's first fight after he had gotten knocked out.
Yeah.
So he might have been a little more tentative, but this dude still fought really well. Lots of potential. A lot of people are real high on Arman Sarukian. So keep your eye out for him, guys. He's the second fight on the main card.
And real quick, my pick for the main event is Islam by it's so hard, man, because I could see him getting a submission too, but I could see him getting a TKO. But yeah, I'm gonna go with submission maybe in the what did you pick, Jeff?
Oh, I didn't give a round, but I'll say submission. I kind of want to say the first round, dude. I don't think Bobby. I don't think he's gonna waste any time. I don't think he'll waste any time striking with him.
Man, I can see that too.
I got TKO. It's just hard. Because honestly, the way I can see it is he gets his back and either mauls him from behind or it sneaks in the rear naked choke. So
I'm going to go submission first round.
You know what? Fuck it. Just because I missed DJ Bobby Green, my excuse, he has the momentum. I'm going to pick an upset. Okay. He's been stopped before. Why not? Why not me?
By knockout?
Yeah, by knockout.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only way. If Bobby Green wins, that's the only way.
I hope Steve's right because like I said, if Bobby Green wins this fight somehow, mark my words, he's fighting Conor McGregor next. Watch. Conor's going to be coming back from his injury, I think, in like 4 months from now.
You think as soon as Bobby Green wins, you think Conor's already sending out the tweet?
I don't know. He might. I mean, it's a theory. Like I said, nobody's even talking about this. It's just something I think will happen. You'll start to hear if he wins. If Green wins, you'll start to hear that matchup come out because it's a great matchup for both guys. Why not do it?
All right. Any other fights notable?
On the undercard, I'll give you one. Terrence McKinney is fighting on the card. The guy he's fighting, his last name is Ziam. I don't know his first name, but I got it right here. Terrence McKinney versus Faris Ziam. Terrence McKinney, he's a guy, he came in, I think he was making his UFC debut. Yeah, he knocked out Matt Favola in like 7 seconds. Something really crazy like that. He's from the, I want to say he's from the Contender Series. I could be wrong, though. Don't quote me on that, guys. But he's an up-and-comer. People are excited about him. So on the undercard, watch Terrence McKinney fight.
You heard it, Terrence McKinney. And who else was the other guy you wanted to
Arman Sarukian.
Arman Sarukian.
Yeah, I'm a lot higher on that guy. That guy is going to go.
He's the first fight of the main card.
No, second fight.
Second fight.
Right.
Yeah, guys, check those out. It's still a great fight card. Not as good with if it would have been with Dariush. That's more of a 50-50 fight to me.
Yeah.
But this is still a good fight because Bobby Green, he brings it. Mm-hmm. He's going to make this fight interesting regardless.
What was it that hurt his hand, right, Dariush? Or his leg?
His leg. It's a serious leg injury. That's what he's calling it. And I do think it's a real injury. I don't think Dariush pulled out. A lot of people have been avoiding Islam, but I think Dariush was really coming.
No, I think Dariush I think him and Oliveira have the best chance of stopping them right now.
Right. That's a good point.
All right, guys. Next up on Saturday, February 26th. Not sure what time it is. Just a late addition to it. Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Vincent Astrolabio. And he's coming. Guillermo Rigondeaux coming off that loss to Rigondeaux right here.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know much about Astrolabio. I just know he's 16-3 with 12 KOs, and he is Team Pacquiao. He's from the same city Pacquiao is, and he trains out of Pacquiao's gym over there in the Philippines. And Rigondeaux, 20 wins, 2 losses, 13 KOs. And I just thought I mentioned this because he is one of the best defensive boxers out there, and it is another name.
Annoyingly good.
Next up, Saturday, February 26th, live from Glasgow, Scotland, Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall for the undisputed titles, the WBO, the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC titles. Let's get right into it. This is Southpaw versus Southpaw. Taylor, he's 18-0 with 13 KOs. High IQ, good jab, good pressure in the mid to inside range. Really good inside game. Some of his inside game techniques include lots of frame and nudge, like backhand, frame nudge, lead hand. He'll bully you against the ropes, and then he'll do like a nice little shoe shine combo to make the make himself look really good, for the judges. And smart guard manipulation in the clinch. He'll maneuver his opponent's arms, and he usually shoot an uppercut or something there. And man, he's really, really good. Just the flaws I see is that he does have problems boxing at long range. He did have problems with Regis Progress. Mm-hmm. And what he experiences, Progress would slip Taylor's jab and give Taylor a ugly 1-2 to the body. And that's something that Catterall could definitely capitalize on, since he is that slick type of boxer. So let's get right into Catterall. He's 26-0 with 13 KOs. Southpaw as well. Slick, unorthodox style. A good 1-2 that he uses to bring it to his opponents, man. He'll get you against the ropes and he'll let you have it, even though he's a slick type of boxer. And he has fast hands and fast combinations. And the flaw I see with him is he likes to get into the Philly shell stance, but he gets hit a lot when he's in that stance. And when he does that, he gets stuck on the front foot. And that's definitely something a high-level IQ guy, a fighter like Josh Taylor would capitalize on. This is going to be a great fight. Catterall is a little bit tougher than what people are giving to him. But I definitely pick Josh Taylor in this fight. The thing is, can he stop Catterall? People want him to stop Catterall. I don't think so. I think he's going to win via unanimous decision. But that'd be cool if you could stop him.
I think he stops him in the late rounds. I think he controls the fight. He stays in the inside. And if he can do that, I think he can stop him in the late rounds.
Okay. Jeff?
I got him winning by decision, man. I don't think he's going to get the stoppage.
Yeah, people want him to get that stoppage just because of that undisputed. Just, it just seems like you should be, you know what I mean? Like you should do that Canelo shit, But different levels, different weight classes, different things you're capable of, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just can't be a knockout artist, if you just don't got the power, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit happening this weekend, guys. Also on Saturday night, the WBA super featherweight title eliminator prime time, Chris Colbert is back versus late replacement Hector Luis Garcia. This is live on Showtime on Saturday night. Colbert, you might have remembered him from the Netflix documentary Counterpunch. If you ever seen it, really good. His old nickname was Little B Hop, I think. He's 16-0 with 6 KOs. Extremely talented, speed, accuracy, good movement, good level changes and feints, slick, but with a killer instinct. The only knock on Chris Colbert is the lack of punching power. 6 KOs. Man, if he had that punching power, I think he'd be more mainstream. He is a really good fighter. And Garcia, I'm not gonna front. I don't know really anything about him. He's 14-0. He's in the top 15 in one sanctioning body. He's 15 in the another sanctioning body. He's number 5. I just don't remember which one. And he did take this fight on 12 days notice.
Is it catch weight probably, right?
No, it's still at the super featherweight. And this is a pretty decent co-main event too. It's a junior welterweight prospect, Gary Russell, 14-0, 14 KOs, will face the former WBC 140 champ Victor Postal, who's only lost to Terrence Crawford. And I don't know off the top of my head, but I know he's only lost to Terrence Crawford and man, I can't remember. But I know he upset one of the guys I was high on back in the day, Lucas Matisse, I think. So yeah, that was like, oh, that's what put me on Victor Postal. But that's a pretty decent co-main event, guys. And this is why we are the best podcast on there, and why I say we cover more combat than anybody, guys. Because we got you covered with combat on Sunday. Yes, on Sunday, live from the O2 Arena in London, England. Lawrence Okolie.
In Dubai with a whole load of Arabs. Did a new chain with a whole load of carrots. In the ring, I'm a beast, I'm a savage. Hit him in the face, cause a whole load of damage.
Yes, that's right. He's a rapper too, guys. And the WBO Cruiserweight Champion versus Michal Cuieslak. 12 rounds for Lawrence Okolie's WBO title. Let's get right into it with some Cuieslak info. He's 21-1, 15 KOs. His only loss is to Makhachev, and he gave him a really tough fight. The dude is big. He's 6'3", really good body attack, good pressure. The dude has a killer instinct. And you know what? His style, just watching him, is somewhat Sean Porter-ish. He just gets in there, smothers you, just gets to it. And this is going to be a really good test for Lawrence Okolie, man. And let's get right into it with Lawrence Okolie. From overweight, bullied, and working at McDonald's to the WBO Cruiserweight Champion. Wow. Lawrence Okolie, 17-0, 14 KOs, 82-inch reach, 6'5", really big, long, and lanky.
It isn't so hard to believe that he was bullied. He's fucking 6'5". Dude, who's bullying you, bro?
Right? Maybe the overweight part, he's just like shy or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Could have been. Yeah.
But yeah, he don't look like he was ever overweight, man. He won the WBO Cruiserweight title by beating Krzysztof Glowacki, who's no joke, man. His only losses are to the two best at Cruiserweight ever, and it's Usyk and Breedis. His style, Okolie's style, man, very awkward, good jab, makes it really hard for opponents to get on the inside. Really good at tying up his opponents and leaning on them and landing that big bomb. It might be hard for him to lean on Cuieslak since he's so big and has that big body frame. But yeah, man, a lot of people hate on Okolie, saying that he's the UK Deontay Wilder, but I don't think so, man. I think he has way more skills than Wilder, man. I think he looks more technically sound, not the best, but you know what I mean?
I don't agree with that. No.
I think they're just being haters, man. But I'm really high on Okolie. This is another guy that we've been covering since we started this podcast. And now he's the champ, and cruiserweight. He's hinting if he can't get those big fights, he would go at heavyweight, and he's still really young, and it's very possible with that body frame.
Yep.
I can't wait. I'm picking Lawrence Okolie by I want to say stoppage, but something tells me this is going to be a hard fought 12 rounds. I think he might a unanimous decision via war, man.
I got Okolie by knockout due to the right hand.
Nice.
Uppercut.
Yeah, I got Okolie too, but I think he struggles in the first rounds.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's all we have for the fight previews, and we got you covered from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, guys. That's why we're the best. So hit that like button. Helps with the show. Helps with the visibility. Subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the shit out of it on your social medias, because we got to get the word out there. We're putting you guys on to some hidden gems in the MMA and boxing world, and we're giving you the best fantasy football advice out there. We got some killers on our team in the fantasy football world, you know what I'm saying? even though fantasy football is over, we're gearing up, ready for next season. And
Never too early to start doing mock drafts, guys.
yeah, yeah, I might be
wait for the draft at least.
It's not early for Jeff. See, I told
you
you.
gotta wait for the real NFL draft first. That's when you start doing.
Nah, you can start practicing now, man. Don't listen to Luis. Listen to me.
But that's all we have for today's show, guys. We got you covered with Friday One Championship. We got you Bellator. Then Saturday we got so much. Guillermo Rigondeaux, Chris Colbert, UFC, Josh Taylor versus Catterall. I mean, who else did I miss?
Colbert?
No, I think I said Colbert. Who else? Bobby Green. No, that's it. And then Sunday, you got to fight on Sunday, guys. It's perfect because it's UK time, so it's like 1 o'clock Central Time.
2 o'clock.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
1.
Perfect. See some really good boxing, and apparently it's a pretty decent undercard. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the people on there, but that's what the rumors are. And that is today's show. Yeah, there's no NFL part because there's no football.
Yeah, not right now. We'll start off somewhere around after the combine, maybe talk about the prospects and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is the first weekend with no football, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was sad. It sucks, man. It's easy because football season is my favorite time of year. And it is my favorite time of year because your weekend is full. Like every week you got fights on Saturday.
I wish college football.
Sunday.
I feel like more people would pay attention to college football if it was around this time.
Oh, like not at the same time as the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, absolutely. I'd pay more attention to it for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, during football season, I just feel like you got football, Thursday nights, you got fights Friday night, fight Saturday night, football Sunday night, football Monday night. That's my favorite time of year.
Yeah,
so it sucks.
Football Thursdays now too.
Dude, I would be, if I was UK promoters, I'd be into doing the fights on Sundays geared towards the American audience. It's perfect right now with no football, nothing to do on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us are forced to hang out with our families and do family stuff.
Not only that, their time frame is perfect to show too. I mean, you do it like around 6 o'clock. That's around noon, 1 o'clock here. Main event will be like at 2.
Yeah, and it's live on DAZN too on Sunday, the Lawrence Okolie. So that's I think you get a free trial with DAZN too for like 7 days or a month. And if not, it's $20 to subscribe. I don't know if Canelo's still part of it, but if he is, that's a good deal because you still got Canelo pay-per-views.
So once you buy the $20, you don't have to pay for pay-per-view?
Actually, I take that back because they're gonna do DAZN pay-per-view, I think.
Yeah.
But the Billy Joe Sanders fight and every other fight before that was in pay-per-view, other than the Killer Plant was pay-per-view.
Right. Yeah.
So I guess I don't know. DAZN needs to step it up because I don't know who else. They do have good fighters, but whatever. But yeah, that's all for today's show, and we'll see you next time.
See you at the top.
The lizard people are real.